Harmony with nature. The spirit, the flesh body and the spiritual body are given to all who live in the nature of this world. All have their own mission. So life is given to all. In this world specially arranged air, salt, soil, water, plants, man and their bodies and structures are all created by the same materials. And with their own respective characters and divine rules they are placed in the natural providence. For the birth of man the pattern of one's life and circumstances are designed and calculated. The originality of the spirit and one's individuality are taken into the consideration to match with the purpose and the size of the universe. The purpose of the birth to this world gets a general consensus and acceptance. Further, the arrangement to suit to that man well on the ground is placed to have relationship among people and connect to the level of the universe. And man goes into the process of the development. Man, since the birth of the spirit, must foster and develop one's spirit consistently to go forward to the completion. Man must make an effort to become the best man on the earth and enrich one's spirit. Each man's life is to accomplish that purpose. Man in reincarnations makes up for the shortages and with one's own desire goes toward for completion. Each has passed many experiences consciously. Knowing the good or the bad oneself, one has tried to complete. All is dependent on oneself. What one likes and desires the best eternally are to be taken in oneself. One aspires for completion and the freedom of one's spirit is to bring about the best life on the earth and consciousness of the four-dimensional world to this world. Time of preparation that has continued considerably long at last ends here, and it makes time for bringing the real life on the ground forever. For that purpose the necessary people are arranged. It becomes possible to accomplish the ultimate final purpose of the completion of this world. From the origin of the universe through all the levels down to the ground. Connect, and the functions and the capacities of every dimension are only to complete now. It is divine plan since the beginning for man to smooth the functions on the ground and contribute to the progress of the great universe. With always having consciousness that connects to the upper world and conduct a life happily on the ground. For man at present days to change in the mentality, the experiences or the methods in the past cannot any longer help. Generally time itself has come to change. And it is near completion. No longer the past concept, the past customs continuation, the numerical superiority and the dependence on the others can be relied on. Now it is required for all of them to be respectively independent to accomplish the spiritual completion. The connection between man and the nature is a joy and expectation as the uplift of man's progress and self-consciousness. Each man's progress and self-consciousness among people help and give a joy to the others. The nature also harmonizes and delights with the new words and the factors of the new joy that transmit to the real world via the mediums that harness to everything in this world. The gods, man and the nature require them. Man unconsciously conducts the thinkings, the ponderings, the expression and the actions. When man designs the words and utters them in one's heart is already a real action and is a product. It becomes the element surrounds man that transmits and appears to the reality and becomes the actual thing in this world. Man's will and feeling make an atmosphere then. The words come from the spirit, the will and the heart. They become the elements that color the spiritual body. The true words let oneself live and let the spirit enrich, and the bad words let oneself get dirtied. The true will and the true words will bring a consent from all that live in this world. Man must always try to look back oneself and one's atmosphere, and man must conduct life on the ground. To use the words that have life is to train oneself and to be fair and square to the world. From the extreme of the universe, CQI, magnanimously falls in which one's every cell and every particle connect and harmonize with the live flesh body and the origin of the spiritual heart. In the beginning it is designed and has been made a great effort to achieve the ultimate purpose. A tremendous step is made to come near the Cape of Good Hope. For this man has the flesh body and the spirit that are coming to the stage of completion. Man looks back one's originality and one's pure and spotless state, where man must enter the new route to know one's true direction and oneself. The new age is there with a hope and freedom. Through the universe man belongs to cooperative community that converse into one direction and body. Man is the God that has the flesh body. The art, the technologies, the natural science, the physics, the chemistry and all other studies pursue the truth. Both the practical or the spiritual ones are the same to reach the same goal. Once it has achieved the goal, then each proceeds to one's own special route that's suited to that man. By means of harmony with the nature, acquiring the fine art, the poetry, the sensibility, the aesthetic sense, the music, the organic agriculture and the study of animals and plants are all the treasures that enrich the world of man and as well as the nature. To eject the wills, utter the words with the consciousness and take actions are those of the conducts of man who is created by the gods.